Hi, hi, hi. Happy Tuesday. Do you believe it's January 2nd, 2024 already? So last night I came on and I was talking a little bit about, this time of year is the time of year that we start to set our intention. What is it that we'd really like to accomplish or do in the coming year? And of course, so many of us are looking to get a little healthier, put some healthy lifestyle habits, into our habits. And so, here's what's really interesting. Most of us have at least some idea or knowledge about what it is that we should do in order to do those healthy lifestyles, whether it's eating better, whatever that means to you, or adding an exercise program, whatever it is. So we have that knowledge about what it is we think we need to do. And then we have this desire. We really do want to do it. So why don't we do it? What's that middle part that's missing? And that middle part are simply our habits. Did you ever notice that so much of our life we just put on autopilot, right? Especially if we're stressed out and we have a lot going on in our life. We're just like on autopilot and we don't even really know exactly what it is that A, we're doing, but B, even more importantly, what it is that we're thinking. What are our thought patterns that are going on that are either serving us or not serving us? And if you're finding that you just can't get yourself motivated or going for long periods of time, there's something going on then in your mind, in your belief system. That means that you just don't think you can, you don't really want to, whatever that is. And so, what can you do? What can we put in right away, right now, that can really make a difference? Are you ready? What it is? It's called paper and writing implement. I'm just going to call it a pen. A pencil works too. Putting down pen and paper. What's going on in your mind? We also can call this journaling. Now, when I tell people to start journaling, it's like I can just see right away the energy in people go, no. It's like, Renee, just tell me what to do. Oh, do anything to lose weight, to get healthy. And I said, okay, well, we're going to do some journaling. Except for that. I don't really want to do that. And why is that? Well, I think it's because we really don't want to recognize what it is that we're actually doing. We'll say, oh, I just don't have time. Really? You do. You do have time. You have a few seconds. And so, even if your time is limited, especially as your day gets going, here's the best time to do it. First thing when you get up and do this, commit to doing it, start tomorrow. You get up, just notice you're there, you're conscious. What are the first thoughts that are going through your mind? I want you to have that pen and pencil right there on paper next to your bedside. Write down what it is you just started to think about. Okay. Now you're going to get up and you're going to go probably either to the bathroom, maybe get into your kitchen, and right there, what are you doing? What are you doing and what are you thinking about? Start to write down your thoughts. Now, I say this, and people are like, I know what my thoughts are. Do you? Do you really know what your thoughts are? Because most of us don't. We're in here, in this mind, and it's churning around. And because we're in it, it's really hard to know what is it we're really saying. So when you start to write it down, you can start to separate yourself from what you're writing. And sometimes you can get some really interesting information. So at this point, first thing, write it down. Don't do anything with it. You don't have to change anything. Just start writing it down. Now, here's another great time to do it. Just notice in your day, are there certain times where you just are like, oh my gosh, I'm just over everything. I'm just going to go and eat, right? That stress eating thing, or I just have to go take a nap. What is it at that time before you go to either eat, if that's your kind of default behavior, or take a nap because your energy level is so low? Write down, what are you thinking? What are the thoughts going through your mind? And once you do that, just let it go. And then let's talk about it. Let's talk about what it is that we're saying to ourselves. What are our beliefs and the stories that we're saying to ourselves? And I'm not going to say anything more about that because you don't want to judge what you're saying. There's no judgment about it. And right now, let's not change it. Just become aware. Awareness is so key to any kind of transformation. We've got to know, where are we starting from before we can put together a map to get to the next place or to where we want to go. Most of us never stop to see, where are we at right now. So I hope that this little tip helps, and we'll come back tomorrow. And I'd love it if over the morning when you do this, come back on here and maybe just put a few words in there, some things maybe that you noticed when you wrote it down. So, on that note, I want you to have a fabulous evening. And if I just said fabulous evening to you and you just went, yeah, Renee, fabulous evening, but I've got this to do and that to do, pay attention, write it down. And with that, I bid you a wonderful evening. Have a great one, and I'll see you again tomorrow.